Hi everyone, Helle Jorgensen, Competent Boards, part of Board Intelligence here, and to read you a little bit about from chapter 9, called The Wise Chair, from my new book, The Future Boardroom, How to Transform in Turbulent Times, and indeed turbulent times. So let me, like all the other chapters, start with a quote from a fantastic leader. This time it's Gopal Krishnan, who is the former executive director of Tata Sons. And here is, and been a chair at many companies, so here is what Gopal is saying. When you're chair of the board, it's not just about what you ask and how clever you are. It's about getting the cleverness out of other people. That is so much true and a wise statement. So here we go, chapter 9, The Wise Chair. I wish I could say that board chairs of the future will have an easier job than their predecessors. After all, they will have access to one unimaginable range of expertise and technology. The dominating personalities who typically led corporate boards in the past are gradually making way for kinder, gentler types with stronger people skills. And the drive for improved governance is nudging companies to separate the roles of the chair and chief executive, enabling the chair to focus on the big picture rather than being caught up in operational miniature. If nothing else were changing in the boardroom, the chair of the future would surely have more time for consulting, reflection, and calm leadership. In reality, however, the person at the head of the table will have an even heavier burden on their shoulders. Every competent board network member agrees that no job on a board has more potential than the chair to create or destroy value. Yet far from being simpler, the chair's job is becoming more complex and more demanding. For a start, companies and their boards are under more intense scrutiny than in the past. Led by the chair, boards will have to pay more attention to topics that, until recently, seem to have no place on a board agenda. It has become increasingly difficult and unwise to ignore the threats posed by pandemics, far-off conflicts, climate change, geopolitics, biodiversity, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and tougher disclosure requirements, among others. These issues are forcing chairs and their boards to spend more time on matters such as social responsibility, supply chain problems, employee well-being, social media, and not least sustainability, however one may choose to define that. Then comes a section about a different leadership style, a crucial, sometimes uncomfortable relationship. This is between the CEO and the chair. Setting the agenda, a time for tact and a time for ruthlessness. Trust and truth are essential. And then 10 questions for the board of the future. So that was a little bit from chapter 9, and next time will be the last time where I'll read chapter 10, or a bit from chapter 10, A Plan of Action.